Pessimino standing up the American defence. Just Nissim Malifa back there for America. Oh, this is going to be a brilliant try, but the ball just trickles over the dead ball line. The kick a little too heavy from Michele Pessimino.
Was showing his class very early on is that Michele Pessimino going around the American captain Kevin Swearin, who scored 6 tries here in Hong Kong. And only made him look like he was standing in wet cement. In, out, around, and had that kick just pulled up a little, well, had there been less weight on the kick, it would have certainly been the first try.
So a let-off then for the Americans.
22, I think, 4:22.
USA now genuinely world-class in sounds. Almost came off for Paul Emerick. Plays his rugby in Italy these days, in Parma. Formerly with the Newport Gwent Dragons in Wales.
Blues, especially at 5. Crouch. Cut. Forward. Engage. Steady.
Hawkins on the side of the scrum for USA.
Straight out there. Reset it to front white.
Again, good contest for the ball in the scrum.
I'll take the fine, team.
Wide for Samoa is Kautua Otto. Pessimino on the other side of the scrum. Walemai spotted Pessimino. Walemai going himself back inside to Fausiliva. That's the first try. Alafoti Fausili. Say in Adelaide last week. The try was unconverted, but it's first blood to the Islanders. They lead by 5 points to 0.
And a lot of that success came in the second half for Samoa. We've been talking about it over the last 2 days, Win Griffith. What impact has Adelaide had on these teams as we progress throughout the afternoon?
Yeah, Samoa looked a little jaded at times on the second day of competition here. But they've got a sniff of their third cup victory in a row. They won here, of course, in 2007 for the first time in over 25 years. Very popular winners. Very popular on the circuit. Walemai, once again, he is the architect of everything that's good about Samoan rugby these days.
Hands away, the rock.
Finally then, the Americans have their hand on the ball. Swearin. Looking to spread it wide to Emerick. Good work by the strong man. This is the threat of the US of A these days. Dug out there by Mark Bockhoven, former amateur wrestler. Yeah, useful quality when it comes to cup quarterfinals against the Islanders, that's for sure. Marco Bernard, man born in Pretoria, South Africa. Swearin is better. Emerick got support on the outside. But backs himself once again. Touch of the American football. And the referee quite happy that the ball didn't go forward. Hawkins then goes to ground, but it's stolen by Samoa. Illegally done though. A chance for the US of A to take advantage.
Well, it looked like the USA hardly out of second gear. Very laboured and also poor execution of some of the skills that they've got. Love the overhand ball, American football style, but really, they do look a little lethargic, a little off their game this morning.
The USA lost by 38 points to 12 against Fiji. Good win over Portugal at 17 points to 10, and they crushed Thailand by 62 points to 0. Walemai with a reverse pass out to Otto Lolalui. The kick for Pessimino to chase to Swearin. Slow out of the blocks there. He gets there first though. Now then, he hasn't got support as yet. So good work by Kevin Swearin, turning Pessimino one way, then the other. Americans still have it. Samoa looking to crowd him out into touch, so they can get the line out quickly taken by Fausiliva. But the referee Harry Mason will have none of it.
Well, he certainly wears his heart on his sleeve, doesn't he, Al Caravelli? Actually played here in Hong Kong in 1981 for Argentina. His father Argentinian and his mother from Cuba.
Took a quick round by 2009. Big round was fine, but 2009.
Making copious notes. Still just the one score then as the clock ticks down to half-time. 7 minutes each way, of course, in the quarterfinals. 10 minutes each way in the final itself. This will be the last piece of action of the first half. Can the US of A get back on level terms? Converted try would give them the lead. There for Nesta Malifa. Marco Barnard spins it out to Matt Hawkins. A wayward pass, and the Americans have to retrace their steps here. Momentum lost.
Advantage offside.
Holding the advantage to the States. Now then it needs to come wide, surely. On the narrow track, there's Hawkins. And the US of A will get the penalty. No distinct advantage, says Harry Mason. So he calls them back. But that has given Samoa a chance to regroup as well, Willie.
Yes, it has, to regroup, and they really needed to push the ball wide on that occasion. 3-on-1. Out to the left. Opting to try and take the fat man's track, which is going straight. Now they decide to go wide.
Yeah, we're in referee time at the end of the first half. Chance, a half chance for Marco Barnard, sucking in the Samoan defenders. There it is, on the plates.
Advantage, blue offside.
Still advantage. Samoa offside. Emmerich looking to secure the possession. Well, this is a penalty. It will have to be played. Surely there has to be a warning. Yes, here it comes. To Samoa.
Offside now. Okay, upstairs, be careful. 3 more. Time on.
Khalifa looks one way, darts the other, brings in Mark Hawkins on the charge, he's over. So the patience of the Americans yielded a try then to Matt Hawkins, and the conversion will take them ahead.
Yeah, the hard-working forward brought up in Durban, South Africa. And look at this, Malifa runs across, taking the defence with him, and Hawkins just straight through the gap. That was the classic there. Even the cameraman went wide with Malifa. Hawkins coming back against the grain. Terrific way to end the first 7 minutes, and this for the lead.
Yeah, Malifa has got the breeze behind him for this kick. Eyes up the posts, looking good. It's there. And the US of A leads Samoa at the break by 7 points to 5. Then again, they led last week in Adelaide, Willie. But Samoa came back very strongly in the second half as the Americans ran out of steam.
Here is your chance to send your well wishes and dedications to the board.
Italy by 40 points to 12. It was a close call for a while against the Russians. The Russians go that at one stage before going to get down by 24 points to 12. And the Argentinians again gave Samoa something to think about before the Islanders emerged victorious by 21 points to 14. And then similarly, the States only conceded 9 tries here in Hong Kong. They scored a hatful against Thailand, 10 in total. They possibly have had the easiest passage to the quarterfinals. Qualifying as one of the best runner-up teams. 6 pool winners and 2 runners-up, qualifying for the quarterfinals.
Take this way, Commonwealth.
Samoa prepared to get the second half underway. It's Walamai. His return has certainly made a huge difference this season for Samoa. On his way to the UK next season by all accounts. Swiren was taking a heavy knock. Challenging for possession there.
Kevin Swearin went up. Nothing malicious there, but you just see the way that he landed as he came down, kept the ball, total concentration and taking it, going up against Samika Mikaeli on look number 2 for Samoa going in. This is a fair contest, nothing dirty in this, but just when he claims it there, when he comes down, just loses his footing. Bang there, onto his back.
Yeah, the USA have a few injuries already. Nick Edwards, they've already lost him. And the last thing they want now is to lose their talisman, Kevin Swirin.
He's on the end. Okay, press me next.
Who just come back from injury at Wellington to take his place in the squad for the Las Vegas Sounds, his home event. Most tries in Hong Kong this weekend. To his name has Kevin Swirin.
He scored 5 in their victory against Thailand as Al Caravalli looks on. We actually thought that he was going to threaten.
Well, the man with the long hair there hadn't been so selfish. He'd have had 6, which equalled Filimoni De La Salle's record, which goes back to way back to about 1999-2000. The penalty kick is taken by the USA, and good touch found inside the Samoan 10-meter line.
Well, crucial now. Who scores next really does start to dominate. And that's what it comes down to at this stage of the tournament. One mistake, and it could be the end of your playing days here in Hong Kong.
Well, that's a mistake by the Americans. The ball not travelling the mandatory 5 meters over that dotted line. It's winner take all here, isn't it, Willie? It's not a case of piling on the points. So it's nip and tuck between Samoa and the USA at the moment. 1 try apiece, and that Malika conversion separating the teams. Bevan, head coach of Latvia, former manager, now head coach of the Samoan 17. Had tremendous success already in the team. And the Americans challenging, but becoming detached. A chance for Lolalui. Walemai taking it right up and through this time. Oh, good work by Walemai. Has he got the pace to go all the way? Giving chase to Swirin, but he won't catch Walemai. Walemai then restores Samoa's advantage. Second try for the Islanders.
His second in Hong Kong as well. Have a look at that, 124 all-time tries, Samoa, still 13 behind his winger and express pace man, Michele Pestamino. Look at that, that's just great awareness. Taking it to the line, did Louis. Just running wide to Wali Mai, keeping the defenders in doubt, getting through the tackle of Malipa. Kevin Swearin gave a great chase and tried to knock the ball out of Uali Mai's hands, but too much momentum, too much pace. Samoa scored their second and lead by 5.
Yeah, Walemai, player of the year, IRB player of the year in 2006, made his debut here in Hong Kong actually in 2001, and this, would you believe, is his 65th tournament. No one on the circuit has played in more tournaments than Walemai. The Americans have it all to do. It looks at the moment as if it's going to be a repeat of last weekend in Adelaide, as Pautua Otto, who scored 2 in the final a week ago, gets another one for the Islanders.
What a revelation he has been. The big welcome return now at Dubai after an 18-month sabbatical overseas, together with Lavasa. And just his ability to step off the left foot. Really no chance for Hawkins. Little man on big man, and then the pace comes into the equation. Terrific all-round skills. I think you're right, Win. This is looking just like it did some 7 days ago in Adelaide.
Samoa then threatening to run away with this one. Try was unconverted. But Samoa have a 2-score advantage now, and they lead by 17 points to 7. Winners of this match play the winners of match coming up next between England and Australia, the old adversaries.
Vantage, not good. Vantage.
Everything is going Samoa's way at the moment. Foul to Otto. Walemai once again. Michele Pessamino strides away. He's home and holds Michele Pessamino. And by my reckoning, that is his 43rd try this season, equaling his tally of a couple of seasons ago, and that's a record for the season. Still 2 tournaments to go.
And Pessamino's try, here's another stat that we've just been given by Sean Glover. 150,000 points have now been scored in the IRB World 7 Series. There you go, keep that one for the pub quizzes. Now who scored the 150,000 points? That's his man, Michele Pessamino.
Deserving that he does score the points, but hang on, let's...
Okay.
That could all change. The commentator's curse, Willie.
On his recommendation. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fine. Yeah, I'm happy.
Well, have to dig it all back, Willie.
Right.
Or do we?
No, try. Awarded.
Yep. Harry Mason consulting with his assistant referees.
Well, he tops the Samoan try tally as well of all time.
He scored a first half hat-trick here, Willie, when Samoa won
But they're both going for the ball. He's not
the cup in Hong Kong back in 2007.
He's not going for the ball. Yeah, we'll stay on.
Try stands. Lola Louise. Wide out. Excellent conversion from Lola Louise of Michele Pessamino's try, and Samoa are out to 24 points against USA 7. 1 minute 40-odd seconds remaining. There we are. Confirmation. Most prize this season, 43, Michele Pessamino. Exactly the number he scored in 2006, 2007. Hawkins. Taking it in, knocked forward. Free kick quickly taken, but Samoa well in control here. Fautua Otto to Lola Louis. It's Mai again to Fautua Otto. What am I? Just can't quite gather, or regather rather.
No advantage. Forward.
So it looks as if the USA are destined for the plate competition.
White 3. Time's off. White 3. White 3.
New innovation here at Hong Kong this season.
White 3.
Change the points system as well, so the order could well change at the end of this weekend in the IRB 7's World Series table. Happy on the 2 coaches at the moment is Stephen Betham. USA, I don't think, will have been out in their own half in this second period.
I don't think they've had too much of the ball either, which is the reason why they trail by 3 tries.
Half a minute remaining then. Walemai knows that his team is safely in the Cup semi-finals for the 3rd tournament running. Fautua Otto to Lola Louis. Otto takes the return pass. Not so secure though is Alatati to Pau, a late replacement coming into the squad here for Hong Kong. They solve Rupene Lavasa. So there'll be delights back home on the island, surely, Willie, as Samoa march on. It looked ominous at the break. But those 2 tries in the second half have taken them away from the US of A. One last chance then for Paul Emmerich. Kevin Swirin, the 2 top try scorers in this American team. Malifa spins it out. A good take there by Zach Test. The defense is good though by Samoa.